In downtown Colorado Springs, inside the city administration building, there are 2 walls of photographs featuring every mayor of Colorado Springs from the late 1800s through today. There is just one woman. Her name is Lou Makepeace.
She was the first elected woman mayor, and hopefully not the last, as she will always say, but she would go to the schools and present herself, and talk to kids. So she went into this 3rd grade class, somewhere in District 11, I don't remember which it was. And the teacher introduces her and she starts talking, and one of the little boys who was sitting up close looks at the kid next to him and says, "Dude, the mayor's a chick."
That chick gained lifelong supporters when she made history as our city's first female mayor.
I don't think I really understood until probably when I came home from college, and then she ran for mayor, and it was like, oh my God, my mom's the mayor. And, so that was really exciting. And it wasn't just about her. I mean, it was also about ideas and goals and trying to change the city for the better.
She had a luncheon for women to support her when she was running for mayor. And I remember going to that luncheon at the Antlers and walking in the room with 200 all women with electricity in the room and getting so charged up about the fact that a woman was running for mayor of Colorado Springs. And I've been a supporter of hers ever since.
Marylou was appointed to fill a city council seat being vacated in 1985 and served on city council for 12 years before being elected mayor in 1997.
I can't help but think of Marylou and think about America the Beautiful Park. She was just a strong proponent in building that park. We can really see that it was the beginning of the whole regeneration of that area down in the southwest part of town.
We expanded downtown, sidewalk cafes, America the Beautiful Park. We saved City Hall. That was about to get destroyed, and Marylou said, no, we're not going to do that. And we expanded the airport. We went from 1 gate with 3 planes that you could get on to what it is today.
When she was mayor, she was the first one who pushed for allowing LGBTQ people to have insurance with their partners.
There were so few people that would stand up, especially from the straight community, like she was, that would stand up for the gay community and say, this is, what we're doing here is wrong, and we need to, reach out to these people and bring them in amongst us and include them.
She welcomed Pride Parade, Pride Fest, first mayor to do that.
This woman has pushed big rocks up slippery hills and gotten it done with the help of her friends and because of who she is.
So she grew up in North Dakota, and when she was 16, her father was a train engineer, and he unfortunately was hit and killed by a train. And her mother, my grandmother, was pregnant with my aunt at the time, and she fell into a deep depression. And so my mother at 16 kind of took over the family and raised my aunt and, really stepped in and sort of led the family out of this very dark and hard time. And so she's really been kind of like that her whole life. She's seen lots of different sides to life and knows that just because you're poor, just because of your gender, it doesn't mean that you don't deserve equality and to be treated well.
After leaving public office, Marylou remained focused on equality, collaboration, and progress throughout her career.
She's not done yet. The fun thing is she's now moderator for a podcast. And she moderates a podcast for the Pikes Peak women and interviews on a monthly basis some of the movers and shakers in town today, all discussing some of the hottest topics.
I know there's days when I'll try to get a hold of her and she's busy off with some group or another, giving advice, providing leadership, mentoring.
Some of her biggest supporters have a special name for her.
Oh, we call her Gaga. She cares about people. She's really kind, and I love her a lot. I like to hug her.
And now this grandmother, mother, public servant, and community leader, is the recipient of the Mayor's 2021 Spirit of the Springs Lifetime Achievement Award.
She's not necessarily standing out there to say, look at me. It's always, look at what can be done.
She's, I think, one of the premier pioneers of the city.
But Marylou is, I think, somebody that we all need to really thank for so much.
She did a lot of things that were bold, and maybe at the time I didn't even know how bold, but looking back, it's like she was very brave.